All right, what's up everybody? Another day, another video home tour. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, my name is Chakits, Krulsawat with Simply Vegas. I'm a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been doing this now for about 16 years. I help buyers and sellers through the process of building or selling their home. So if you're looking for investment property, we also do that too as well. But today I'm actually up here in this beautiful master plan community called Summerlin, located on the west side of the Las Vegas Valley. We are probably about 22 minutes to Harry Reid International and also about 25 minutes to the Las Vegas Strip. So today we're going to be looking at this builder, Tri Pointe Homes. Tri Pointe has come a long way. Now, one of my favorite builders, and a lot of people would probably agree with this, is Toll Brothers with their design. However, Tri Pointe hit the nail with the hammer. I don't know. Whatever that saying goes, just let me know in the comments below. Okay. Anyway, this is a single-story home. This is actually their plan 2. And they actually have 2 different collections. We got the Carlisle Ridge, and then we also have the 2-story, the Peaks. Now, we did film the Plan 1, and when I went into the Plan 1, it was well designed. It is completely gorgeous. I do love it. Now, when I walked around Plan 2, I think this is actually like the favorite model I've ever seen for a single-story home. Because right now, I'm actually looking for a single-story home for myself with a 3-car garage, and this is just well designed. There's so many options and upgrades that you can do with this home, and I cannot wait to show you this home. Now, this is the Plan 2. It is 3,447 square feet. You have an option for a 2 to a 4 bedroom. Now, I would never get a 2 bedroom, so let me show you exactly what you can do with this 4th bedroom, which is unbelievable. 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, plus a storage, so that would be your storage here. So, I mean, if we just look at the elevation alone, right, we have 3 different elevations to pick and choose from. On this one, there's a lot of upgrades that they did here as far as the stone, the garage door itself, and the pebble texture. Okay, it's not your regular stucco, and they did a really good job as far as color blocking here. Now, one thing about this is that a lot of builders will use concrete tile. On this one they actually use shingles, which is kind of cool actually. Kind of gives that flat look. So here we got the gas meter. Then we also have the power box here. Now, the front elevation will not look like this on the build. So again, keep this in mind. There's definitely a lot of upgrades on this, okay? So this floor plan right here, this is the elevation C color scheme 12. Now, stay till the end because there's a lot of things I want to share with you that is so important about this home. And I'm going to give you some free stuff too as well. So, I mean, first thing I look at, I mean, this is modern. You got the curb appeal. Never liked brown, but the color scheme, they done a really good job. So one of the things that really piqued my interest is this steel beam right here holding up the ceiling. And then we have the nice cladding. But as I was approaching this pivot door, if you notice, a lot of times these pivot doors, they'll just do glass. But I think this is a great concept right here. Kind of gives you that retro modern. I think this is a total of 72 or maybe 82 wide. I don't remember. But also within this model here, you're going to see that there's a lot of windows that really bring in a lot of light. Now, when I first came in, I was like, all right, we walk in, now we go right or left, right? But as I was walking around this floor plan, I've noticed with all the windows, everything is just completely open. So let me just kind of give you the lay of the land here. So right here, we have a separate unit, okay? We have the option, and this is the lounge, or we can make this into a fourth bedroom, which is really nice. The primary is going to be on this side. Then obviously we have the kitchen. Then we have a nice office space. Then it leads into the two-car garage right here. But we're going to start off on this side. So first thing I noticed, we got 10-foot ceilings, and this is the lounge area. Then we have the 2 bedrooms here that share the Jack and Jill. But what's nice about this, you have the structural option to do like a next-gen suite. So all this would close up to about here. You walk in, you would have a living room, a bedroom, and it's basically great if you have, you know, mother-in-law, father-in-law, mom, dad move in. But then also we could do something over here. I'm going to show you that in just a second. You have the option for the surround sounds. We have 8-foot doors, 3 inches on the casings, 5.5 inches on the baseboards. The flooring, you have all different types of options that you can pick and choose from. On this one right here, with the LVP, you can tell they went underneath the baseboards to keep it nice and clean. Now, all the rocker switches, we have the more of the modern rocker switches. So they changed out all the rocker switches, which is nice. I mean, definitely there's just a lot of upgrades here. With the can lighting, you'll have the option, but they're doing actually the puck lights, the LED lights, not your standard. So I noticed on this build, they're really giving you so much options that you can pick and choose from. Now all the cabinets will be the thermofoil full overlay cabinets. Now cabinets will be two-tone throughout the whole house, and I think it's perfect. Now the base price, which is the starting price, is roughly about, I think, $1,750,000. I will have all that information in the link below. So if you guys want the floor plan and the options and everything that's included as far as base, what I want you to do is text me TriPoint Plan 2, and I'll be happy to send you all the information. Now on this one, you do have the option for texture wise, okay? Level 5 finishing, straight edge cornering as well. I mean, just look at all the windows. But like, I love how they incorporated indoor and outdoor living, but you can literally see right through the house. I mean, this thing is just brilliant. Here, one of the options, you can wrap this whole corner here with your cabinets, 42s, and as you can see, we have the 18 finished with the 3-inch crown, so it's all one piece. Now, during your build and your spec, and you're going through the design studio, right? They're going to have so many different variations of cabinetry, okay? And what I mean by that is they have different levels. So depending on which level you are at, you'll have the cabinets. Now, there's all different cabinet styles, and also for the drawers too as well. So it's something to keep in mind. These are all going to be soft closing cabinets. As you can see, the quality. Now, just a quick tip here. When you are doing your final walkthrough, make sure your cabinets are aligned straight. You can make the adjustments from right here. You can tilt and angle the cabinets, and that's how they align the cabinets. Now, TriPoint was one of the first builders to run these outlets linear, which is, I thought it was a brilliant idea. Let's go take a look at the office here. Now the designer for this builder really crushed it. Now this is actually a pocket door, which is perfect. This is going to be your guest bathroom. And this is like one of the coolest toilets. Look how streamlined this looks. Kohler. Well designed. We got a single panel solid. Let's take a look here. So we got our coat closet. So the kitchen here looks like they extended the island. Also did the reverse tray ceiling, so it dropped. I definitely would add a LED light in there as well. On this one, it was pretty interesting because typically with the flooring, they'll cut the flooring here and use a 3-corner round on here, and it just looks tacky. Now, on the lower price points, yes, I understand for the homes, but on this one, you can tell they ran the flooring first, then through the island on top. And here on the corners here, they finished this with a brushed nickel flashing. Now on this one, a lot of people were going with the 2-inch front face, which I believe you have an option on this one. However, this is just more clean. Some of this is getting a little bit more smaller, and I think it's more of a more like a modern type of design now. And I'm starting to see that on the higher end homes here. Now on this one, we have the seam down the middle, which is perfect because you can't really make something this large. We've got a 48-inch. This is all monogram. Obviously, it's been upgraded. Again, as you see, full overlay cabinets. Then we have the two-tone. The only thing I don't like the thermofold is basically, think about this. It's a piece of wood, right? Recyclable wood. It's all compressed together, so that's how you get the board. But then when you do the thermofolds, this is what kind of like tends to happen. So you have to kind of like clean this up a little bit. You see that? Because this is kind of like a laminate that goes above. Now, it doesn't mean you have to get the thermofold, but I mean, it still does look cool. The darker it is, you're going to kind of see the blemishes versus more of the lighter tones. So I would probably go more with the lighter tones. Here they did the full backsplash, which is a plus here. And we have the 24 on the depth here. And you can just see how clean these lines are just with the caulking here. So it looks like it's been taped and caulked. So as you can see, we have the under-mounted glide soft closing cabinets. These are aluminum, as you can see. Then we have the monogram convection. And then our oven. Now, typically, these won't be gas, they'll be electric. Now, I believe you'll have the option if you want to do gas, but it's better to do electric, so that way your temperature is flowing equally. Now, one thing to always double check here, when they do the LVP flooring, a lot of times for the dishwasher, they will actually cut the LVP right here, and then they'll slide this in, but then you'll see that gap. On here, you could tell that they installed the cabinets first on this one, ran the LVP to the cabinets, and cut it where it's really clean, then took the LVP, ran it underneath the dishwasher. The reason why they do that is because if there's a gap, they may not be able to fit the dishwasher. By leveling this all the way out, now they can measure and slide it in. Also, if you notice the dishwasher, the door itself has been cladded, so it looks like it's completely streamlined. Then we have our built-in refrigerator. They did the same thing with the door, the cabinet as well. Made it look like it was all one piece, which is gorgeous. Here is our garage, our 2-car garage. Then we have a pantry. I believe the cabinets are manufactured here in Las Vegas by Closets of Las Vegas. Normally there's a tag, but I didn't see that. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. We just learned something. So you see how this door is here? You've got this cabinet. Make sure to close that door all the way, then open the cabinet. If not, as you can see what I just did, the cabinet will hit it, and you don't want to damage that, okay? Now, if you guys are looking for custom cabinets, storage, make sure to reach out to Closets of Las Vegas. Very good people. Now, another thing that I've noticed here is that we have the LVP, then we have the 12 by 24 tile. As you can see, zero threshold. There's no threshold here. A lot of times builders will just add a threshold, but the problem here is, remember this, the LVP is a certain thickness, a tile is a certain thickness, so now it's a different level. So now what has to happen is you have to have a piece of flashing, which is what we call threshold, and it's pretty thick and it just looks ugly for that transition, right? On this one, you can tell they had to level out the floor on this side to match the thickness of this tile. Here you have options for the upper cabinets and then the sink, front load washer and dryer. And this is something I'm starting to see now. And I was very impressed with this. So this is the smart panel box. And I can tell you, they have upgraded their smart panel box. Now, Toll Brothers hasn't even done this. And I'm not knocking Toll Brothers because Toll Brothers is good. I really want to open this, but it feels like it's just locked, so I can't even open it. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Now, whoever had wired this did such a great job. Look how clean this is. And this is a Sonos system here, as you can see. Now this home honestly has all the bells and whistles, so you'll definitely have to pay for all this for sure. And look, we have the other smart panel box up here. I mean, just look how clean this is. Another coat closet here. And this is our closet for our primary. Then we have this door here that takes us into the laundry room, which is perfect. Now, like I said, if you guys want the floor plan for plans 1, 2, and 3, text me TriPoint Plan 2, and I'll give you guys all the floor plans, and I'll show you the options and the variations that you can do with the 3 different floor plans. In addition to that, I will also give you the information on what's included as far as standard with that base price. Matter of fact, I'll even send you guys over the price sheet too. So here, this bar area, you would have to pre-plumb for the sink and also add the plug for your refrigerator. But what's cool about this option here, I don't want to open this, but one of the sales ladies says open it, but I just don't feel like opening it because then I'll have to get up and close it. So there's a latch here and a latch here. Now also, real quick, if you guys do come on out here, you're going to probably run into Farah, right, or Amy. Just let them know that, hey, I seen Chakits' video. He's my real estate agent, and I'm coming by to take a look at the property, okay? You have a latch here, and this just completely opens up. As you can see, this is just not your regular standard design of a home. This is more of a modern home. A lot of times people think a modern home is basically modern fixtures and items. That's not a modern home. A modern home really comes down to these type of structural designs. As you can see, we got the pitch roof, we've got the storefront. Love the fact that we have the service door here that will take us out into the 4th bedroom. So we could literally turn this into like a casita. But now we also have the pocket doors. This is also an upgrade too as well. So this is I think a 20-foot pocket door, which is really nice. Now I'm gonna open this up for you guys. Let's just open it up. Let's just get the feel, okay? I know today's gonna be a little bit longer video, but I wanna get more in depth because somebody was actually complaining. These are aluminum as well. So somebody was complaining like, you're making your videos too fast, go more in depth. It's like, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. So these things do slide really good. However, one thing I do want to mention is that Las Vegas, right? Sometimes it can get pretty windy and pretty dusty, especially on a construction site. So just make sure to vacuum these tracks probably like once a month. And they also make I don't want to say a grease, but there's a product, I forget the name of the product, where you can actually lube up the track so that way it slides nice and smooth. But it's very important that you use a certain type of product, because what happens is if you're using grease, then the dust is going to get stuck to that grease. And every time you're sliding this thing back and forth, you're going to start to get that griddle, or kind of like starts to like crack, makes that like weird sound. And you could literally ruin the wheels on this, okay? Now I can tell you, by the time you're done with the home, something like this, if you're going to go through the build, it will be easily close to like $3 million. And I want to be very transparent with you. However, if you can get a view like this of the Las Vegas Strip, you can't buy this. Like once you buy this, this is it, right? Nobody else can get this. But I mean, just take a look how they did their cladding all the way through. I mean, look at the transition. I mean, this is just gorgeous. Now, let me go back here into the primary. What I like about this one is the primary is separate from the other bedrooms. And just take a look at this. Now, it looks like we have some real wood here on the cladding. Now just imagine waking up every morning and being inspired by this. Nice. On here, we have a backlit mirror. So there's 2 parts here. You're gonna have to run 24 for low voltage here, 24 for low voltage here. Then right above, you're gonna run the 110, add the J-box. However, they may not have these light fixtures here, but you can go buy those light fixtures on your own, but I definitely would pre-wire them. These are some really definitely nice hand pulls though, look at that. Kohler, they make some really good products. I love this toilet, watch this. Not in service. I mean, just even their exhaust fans, I mean, you can tell they're just upgraded. They're just not your standard exhaust fans. Closet is definitely well designed. All right, let me take you guys back over here. Love the fact that we have that door that takes us out to the back. You know what, we're gonna go back over here. One thing I like about this door is look at this lock right here. That's so cool. All right, so we have an option slide here. Now, what makes this home unique is like all the ceilings are cladded and they're pretty much all the same. So it's like wherever I'm at for this home, I just feel like you really have the indoor-outdoor living. It's amazing. Love the style of the concrete with these little circular patterns here. However, as you can see, there's like a 1-inch gap all the way through. So it's not concrete, and the reason why is because this is your drain line for your water. Now, one thing about this type of flooring here, because these are concrete circular patterns, the problem is that if you are barbecuing, as soon as you spill grease on here, you're not going to be able to scrape off that grease because it's so porous. So I definitely would lay some sort of pad here for sure. Here, as you can see, they stuccoed this. We got a condensation line here. We got a flat roof here as well. Now we can actually make this into a 4th bedroom. Now for a resale value, I definitely would make this a 4-bedroom versus just a room where you can actually like hang out like a lounge here. So in this one, you got distribute sounds throughout. You have the option to put the sink. And then we have our bathroom, 3/4. So this could also be utilized as a pool bathroom. So I think one of the things I would do is definitely make this into a room. We have our living room, but keep this door here so this could be utilized as a pool bathroom. But also I want to show you this. The engineering on this here. So these are 9-foot slides. So just to frame this out, all the load is going to be here. Just the engineering on this part is very expensive. And I definitely would add a pool. I mean, look how gorgeous this is. Pool, fire pit. Unfortunately, this glass is here just for safety purposes for right now until you move in and take this down. Now, like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in this property and would like the full information as far as floor plan, right, what's included, just text me, Tri-Point Plan 2. Now, the other thing is this. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you guys would like to see more video home tours just like this, go ahead and click that link right up here. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe, go ahead and click that subscribe button to the channel. Also, scan that QR code if you want to look at some homes out here in Las Vegas. 7,000 homes on our website. And be blessed, folks.